Welcome back. This is our next project right here. It's a 1997 Dodge 350 Ram. The Cummins motor, diesel. It is literally falling apart in front of my eyes. The dash is gone. There's no dash left. It's amazing how bad the dash got so quickly. It was like one day it had a little crack, next day it was all gone. It looks like someone took a sledgehammer to it. I had to duct tape it with black duct tape to try and get it to kind of look a little decent. We have my door, my driver's door, it don't shut. So towards the end, I have to take a C-clamp and hold my door shut so the C-clamp sits out here, because when I had it sitting in there, I had a tendency to accidentally hit my head on it a couple times. So I stopped doing that. The truck ran and drove great. The motor still has a lot of miles left on it. I think there's only 100 and it's pretty low for this truck. Okay, it's 210,000 miles on it. I've had it for about 15 years. When I bought it, it had 150,000 miles on it. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to disassemble it all the way down to the motor on the frame. Now the body I'm going to put on it is a 1973 International Traveler. Not a Travel-All, but a Traveler. And like I said, take everything off the frame, leave the drivetrain. Probably have to move the intercooler. That's about it, you know. I hope you stick around for this build. This will be my first build that I've done on the channel, because I just started the channel 5 weeks ago, that I will start from start to finish. So you'll see all the stuff. So last night, took apart the front end of the truck, took the fenders off, took the hood off, took the doors off. Today I'm going to work on getting the cab off. That should take a while. It doesn't help when I got these two knuckleheads jumping all over me while I'm underneath the truck. So if they behave, they get to stay. Here's the things. When I disconnected everything, I made sure I kept all the wiring intact. A lot of the wiring I will not use, but it's better to leave everything connected as well as possible. Try not to destroy it. Unbolt everything. You could cut it out if you want, you know, with a Sawzall, but it tends to make it hard to get rid of the parts when they're Sawzalled in half. Cab, it's a mess. I gotta clean this thing out. Gotta pull the seats out. Gotta pull the rack off. Okay, we're back again. Third day. Taking apart the Dodge Cummins dually for a replant for another car. I'll show you what's going on. Here we've got all these wires taken out, disconnected from under the dash, this fitting right here, this fitting right here. And I've basically got most of the wires disconnected. I don't know if you can see that or not. The cab, taking out the seat. I'm contemplating on keeping that back seat and putting it in the other truck. I don't know yet. We got these two knuckleheads going at it again. That's all they do all day. And this fabulous looking International Traveler, not Travelall, but Traveler, 4-door ex-forestry truck is what is going on that chassis. So we'll have a Cummins and then all the 4-wheel drive. I haven't decided whether or not to keep the dualies in the back or eliminate those and go with a bigger tire. But this thing is solid. 1973, all the doors shut good. It's all steel. The bed has a pretty big rust problem right over here, but that can all be fixed. That's the only rust you can find on the car. This bumper is the bomb. I mean, I don't know if you can see, trying to look at it, but it's got these little knurls on it. Pretty cool. That's going to stay. Straight, pretty straight, has one dent in the front and that's it. I like it. That boat right there is 1968 Taylor. It was at LA boat shows in 1968. My uncle bought it for $10,000 back in 1968. Had a 427 vet motor in it. It did, I think, top speed of 60 to 65 miles an hour. And I'm going to restore it one day. That's also the boat I learned to water ski behind when I was 10. This is a 1956 Patterson. And Patterson made boats in the 50s and 60s and the 70s, I believe. There's the name right there, Patterson. And I was told by the guy I bought it from that this boat originally had two 283 Chevy motors in it, and then they converted it to one motor in 1957. So that's a 57 Rocket 88. I think it's a 371 Oldsmobile. I don't know, a few years ago, it was blue. I had it painted. Haven't really worked on it a lot. I do need to rebuild that motor. It's a 350 with dual carburetors on it, tunnel ram. I will rebuild that for sure. Those gas tanks were made by Tank It, and Brian Murphy there made those for me. Did a very great job. They had fiberglass tanks. I cut those out. But it's always a project. And then we have the 55 210 post car on it. Really unique. The guy who built it, I would say when it comes to fabricating, he's a genius. I've never seen anybody so particular about his work, and he is just downright straight up great fabricator. So I bought the car because of the frame, and there's the name I put on that boat. I call it Screamsicle because it looks like a creamsicle, but we're going to scream in it.